Hello everyone, this is Cyber Phoenix 1399. I am recording a second video today, even though it's uncommon for me to do so. If you notice, the mower is now off the trailer. Reason I took it off the trailer, it was useless keeping it sitting up there, plus we're supposed to have a percentage chance of rain today, so I drove it around to the uh, underneath the uh, awning over here. Um, I sort of half did the yard uh, because I stepped on a metal piece in the burn pile, old burn pile. Um, if you couldn't tell how bad the tire was beforehand, look how it leans now. Um, Literally, it's the tire's literally that nail has done some damage to the tire. It's right there on the bottom there. What we're gonna do is on the first, we're gonna purchase some Fix-A-Flat, canned Fix-A-Flat, which you tighten up on your fill nozzle. We're gonna air up the tire obviously after the Fix-A-Flat. So that's how that's gonna run. Sorry about the comments I have done with me cussing. I gotta apologize for that one. It's frustrating to me to see that a guy is going so far to pretend that they are me to the point where they know where I live. I'm sorry, I don't want anyone to know my address. I don't want someone to show up on my doorstep unannounced. Honestly, don't do this stuff. Because it's just stupid to the point where they know my address. I have a feeling this person also went to school with me. This is, they even threatened to call the cops on me. To that point, they've even threatened about calling the cops. Honestly, if I were to see an officer right now show up, I'd be, first of all, letting them know I'm filming. And second of all, providing all the proof that I am who I am. I'm sorry, I have never stolen anyone's identification. I have never taken anyone else's name. All I can ever do is be me. I have said this in a shit ton of videos beforehand. Oh, pardon my cussing there. I have said this in plenty of videos beforehand. I do not try to be anyone else other than myself. So this person coming up and doing that has made me upset. I'm going to ignore them. If I keep on getting these replies like this, just know some legal identifications will be applied. I will make a report of this. I am not joking around because identity theft nowadays is such a big deal to the point where it's full-blown commercials on identity theft. Believe it or not, there's full-blown commercials going on ID theft. And that, to me, someone joking around about that in this time of age is just stupid. Oh, by the way, the sun is setting. So, yeah. Someone commented that I was talking bad of Trump. I'm going to say this once. Trump brings it upon himself by a lot of his actions. I'm sorry, I didn't vote to put him in. I will never vote to put Trump back in. What has he done for this COVID scare? If it was like one of the past presidents who was in office, for example, if it was Eisenhower, we would have already had a cure. I'm sorry, in my opinion, a non-productive president is not a good president. If Trump already had us a cure, fine, I would not talk smack about Trump. If Trump provided more opportunities other than this racist bullcrap, white supremacist bullcrap, fine, I'm all in. I'm sorry, I am not a white supremacist. I'm sorry, if I were to talk bad about a Latino person, which I would never, they would look at me and go like, what are you talking about? You look Latino yourself. I've had a comment about this. That I look like a Mexican. I'm sorry. I am not going to talk smack about anyone that I look like. I'm not going to talk smack about anyone, period. This is it's absolutely stupid to diss people for what they are, to hate on people who can't even control their heritage. Come on. If you want to really yell at me so badly about being not being against Trump because of all this, look at me. Most of my heritage comes from Britain. I'm sorry. Heck, I even have, I'm even distantly finding this out through research of family history, where my family's from. I'm even very distantly related to British royalty. I'm sorry. That's simply a fact that I don't know if people know this, but I'm related to a king of Britain known as Alfred the Great. An Anglo-Saxon king of Britain. The first king of Britain, actually. People probably don't know this, but that's who he was. I'm distantly related to that person. I'm sorry, if I could look back to where my heritage comes from and being accused of being a person who stole someone's identity, look, that person needs to get their stuff together. I'm sorry I went back to that topic, but it sort of ties into me saying I'm not a white supremacist person. Do I think Mexicans are taking over our jobs? No. What's taking over our jobs is lazy people not doing their jobs. Lazy people not going into the workforce. We got plenty of jobs as is. Even before this whole wall thing ever started, we had a lot of people, a lot of places needing higher work. And these end up being factories. I'm sorry, if you don't look into going into factory work, and you don't look into stuff like that, I'm sorry, I did my research. We had plenty of places needing jobs before Trump ever became in office. People would ask me, how do I know? I visited these places. There's a thing about the school I went to, where shop classes went to factories who were actually looking for employees. Looking for people to hire. That's how I know that there is places out there that needs people to go to work, even now, especially now. Look at how many for hire signs you come across driving down the road. See, I bet you if you drive down the road and go to your nearest McDonald's, you'll probably see a for hire sign. I know I see one when I go into town. I see a lot of places needing hirees. And factories still need hirees. This is something that has been happening since before Trump ever became in office. I'm sorry, I don't like the guy. My mother did a whole research paper on him when she was back in school. Finding out that most of his money comes from wrong places, bad places. She found out he was a Ponzi scheme. If you don't know what a Ponzi scheme is, look it up. Why would you need to file bankruptcy as many times as our president has? I'm sorry, someone who is a celebrity, who does not do anything political, should not be in office. Come on. It'd be like going to, it'd be like going to Arnold Schwarzenegger and he run for office. Does he do anything political? Probably. But he's an actor. It's like coming up to someone from Hollywood and saying, it's like someone from Hollywood, your famous actors, and seeing them run for office. I'm sorry. I'm not going to trust a actor. I'm going to trust someone who has been through the stuff which is needing changed. I want someone who's actually going to do it. Someone who's going to look at the problems we have. Oh, we're this far in debt. Oh, our education system needs some work. Oh, our banking needs some work, for example. And someone who would take that all and revamp it and get it to a good point of working. And to a better status than what it has been. No, now we're getting a guy who wants to try to get rid of federal taxes. Hey, you can't. I'm sorry, it's part of the 16th Amendment. If you ever look up your 16th Amendment, federal taxes is right there. It dates back way to Abraham Lincoln. So, who is a Republican president, actually? Now you want to know why I know this? It's called Take History class. I'm sorry, it is. It's called Take History. You'll know. You'll find out. Getting pointless to wear these now. Yeah, it's called Take History. You'll find out. Someone's coming down the road. Hey, Hosh. Come here. But yeah. It's like, all that. It's like Come on, you gotta know that. You gotta find out history before you try to abolish anything. Slavery was not covered inside of a amendment. I'm sorry, only amendment that it ever went into is to abolish it. That's the only reason Lincoln could stop slavery. But it took years for it to sink in. It took quite a bit of stuff. That's where our taxes came in. It was way before World War II that it was implemented. It's before World War I. Before it was it was dates back a little bit, quite a bit before World War I. It was after the Civil War when it came through. People are going to go, oh, bull crap. Well, look at a history book. Go look at your 16th Amendment if you want to say bull crap on that. It's been a while since I didn't have a negative video like this, so that's good. But yeah, people want to know why I diss Trump. Well, there's why. He's not doing anything. I'm sorry, if he was productive, maybe. If he wasn't such a guy who wants money, I'll probably support him. But I'm sorry, but all he cares about right now is getting his paycheck. It's been that way for a while now. So, of course I'm not going to support the guy. Who would want to support a guy who only cares about his paycheck? Who wants money so he continue being a rich bigot? I'm sorry, I don't back Trump. Trump is not my style of person. Because he's so white supremacist, so much behind behind Russians that people don't want to look. People don't want to see how far gone our president is. They want to see his promises and how he won't fulfill them ever again. He's not going to fulfill any promise. Sorry, it's a long history of him. He's not going to fulfill anything. I'm not going to trust a president like that. I'm not going to trust a president who's not showing any progress. That's where I get my socialist coming in. The identification of socialist is a person who would help the fellow person next to him. Like, if I were to find a homeless man and he needed something, like food, I'm sorry, I'm going to pull over, say, oh, hello there, what do you need? Are you okay? Or is everything fine? And he says he's starving, I'll hop in, I'll get you food. Well, people are going to go like, but what if he's just trying to rob you? You don't know what a car is then. Someone's going to rob me. Hey, I'm going to stomp the throttle. Kick him back in the seat. You won't understand how much a freaking accelerating sports car is going to handle. Honestly, I am going to get a sports car. Believe it or not, I am going to soup up the sports car. If someone tries to rob me, accelerator and the nearest rail post. Even if it's an electrical post. It works. I don't care if I kill myself in the process. At least I'm not getting robbed. Have you heard of the term death before giving up? Yeah, you probably haven't. I would rather die before I give up. It's actually happened to my father once. Hey, I'm gonna rob you with, I want your car. Holding a knife. What Dad does? He was in a Mustang. He gunned that accelerator. And this was before I was born. And he made the guy beside him piss his pants. How does Dad know? He had to clean up the stain. Literally, throw out your knife before I'll ever depress this pedal. Guy throws out the knife. Because what Dad said is, the next little rail post I come across, I'm going to hit it. And you don't know an 85 Mustang hitting a rail post. He had it souped up, so. He had a souped up Mustang, so. You gotta imagine what an 85 Fox body hatchback is gonna do. It's a fastback. That's what a hatchback is a fastback. I'm sorry, it's gonna hit a gun towards a post and it's gonna crinkle up and kill you. If you don't die, well, good for you. Again, look at the 93 Dakota, no airbags. They really weren't a heavy thing back then. So you gotta imagine what a Stang is gonna do. A freaking Mustang. A Mustang is gonna scare the shit out of you, especially if it's souped up. And trust me, my dad is a mechanic. Even though his certification is not valid anymore, he's a mechanic. If he says he could soup up a sports car and make it run faster than anyone else, you better believe him, because he's done it. He almost built a car straight up from the ground. You better believe that my father could beat anyone else, because he is that much of a techno head when it comes to cars. Like I said, he almost built a car up from the ground. Just not even a Ford. It's just a build your own car. So if a person could do that and during mechanics, you gotta understand cars is not a really easy thing to build up straight up from the ground up. Building the frame, the body, the engine, the transmission, the differential, the drive shaft, building it all from scratch. My father had fun, as he says. So, it ain't scares my mom doing it. My mom is really not a car person. My dad is. Dad will do stuff to the car that Mom will hate. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of things that happens. If you guys don't know who that Torinoshi person is, I will not spoil the secret. Let's just say I'm very close to Torinoshi 1369. If you can't find the relation there, I wish you luck. Because he's appeared in one of my videos before. It's one of my GTA videos. So, I'm sorry. But when it comes to a lot of stuff like this, Even stuff of freaking, if the person was joking around, which I will really hate if he was. Because I don't joke around when I'm gonna call the cops is involved. I'm sorry, you don't joke around when police are mentioned. Because if you joke around with where the police is mentioned, you're more likely getting shot. You don't pull a joke around when there's a cop involved, because he'll either tase you or shoot you dead. And be honest, no one wants to go to jail. Who would want to go to jail? I'll answer you that. No one. Jail's not a fun place to be. I would not know because I've never been. Actually, I would know. Class field trip as a kid. I went to the jailhouse as a class field trip as a kid. It's just say, I did not want to be behind those bars. Because that's your freedom gone. You would be kissing your freedom and your rights goodbye. So, whomever this cyber finished 1369 or 1368, you don't even know what the 1399 is then. Because believe it or not, I'm a cyber phoenix that can fight back. And he'll fight back where it makes you look like you're a puddle of blood. I'm sorry. I know freaking things. I know how to make a person disappear. But I'm never going to. There's a reason I'm never going to. Because that's my freedom right there. Gone. That's police knocking on my doorstep and taking me away in handcuffs and then taking me to jail and getting rid of my freedom. You are an idiot if you're going to enact things which you know you can do. I am not going to enact things which I know I can do. I even have a weapon. It's known as a sword. I know I'm not going to put it on video because YouTube is a specular, is really a spectacle about such things. They really don't want them. So, alright, that's probably enough of me rambling on for this video. I will see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys around.